What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. If you guys have somehow never seen this series before, basically what it's all about is I show you some of the best out of the mods to come out for this week. I do post this series each and every week. This week we actually got a pretty interesting bunch of mods. It's not like just weapon mods like some previous weeks, although there are a few weapon mods in there. There's actually a good range of just different mods that you'll probably see yourself using over the long term. Regardless, if you guys do enjoy the series, I really encourage you to consider subscribing. Again, I do post this series every single week for both Skyrim and Fallout 4, but with all of that being said, let's just jump straight into it. So this is a particularly cool one. First and foremost, we do have nameplates. This is going to be a brand new mod that basically places these little nameplates above NPCs while they're in combat. This is applied both to friendly and enemy NPCs, but again, it only activates when they're in combat, so you're not going to see them all just walking around with these nameplates over their heads all the time. It definitely has kind of an MMO feel. I feel like a lot of different MMOs do kind of use this system, and you could just kind of see the health bar and name of NPCs over them. Personally, I think this is actually really cool, especially when you're fighting larger groups of enemies. It just kind of looks cool, and obviously it has a clear utility factor as far as how useful it's going to be as a mod, just being able to tell the health of multiple enemies at the same time, not just the singular enemy that you happen to be aiming at having their health at the top of your screen. You also can customize all of these colors. It does come with a file where you could really just change them all around, although the default color combinations are, I think, pretty good. You have different colors for friendlies, for enemies, and for companions. Unfortunately, this is one of those mods that's never going to make its way over to Xbox One, or at least it doesn't seem like it, because it does require F4SE. Regardless, for PC users, I think it's a pretty cool mod to have. May not be for everyone, but definitely a good addition to a lot of people's game. Next up, we do have the WH Mark 22 Heavy Machine Gun. This is a mod I made a full video about a little bit earlier in the week. Regardless, what this is going to add in is a brand new heavy machine gun by Skibida. This is a mod author that has brought us a lot of different weapons in the past. He actually kind of relearned a bunch of tools and really started making higher quality mods. This is definitely going to be one of those high quality mods. First and foremost, we just don't have many heavy machine gun options for Fallout 4. In that sense, this is going to be a pretty unique mod, but even beyond that, this actually isn't even a singular weapon mod. It's adding in two new machine guns, one being the Mark 22 and another one being the Mark 19, which is going to be kind of the little brother or little sister version of the larger one and firing a smaller caliber round. Both of these do feature custom sounds, custom reload animations, and of course a custom model and texture, which do look really high quality. You could also put a kind of shield on the front there, and then when you actually put on one of the different color customization options, it does go on the shield as well, which really creates an awesome look and really makes this look like a pretty badass and powerful weapon. It is in itself going to be a very high quality mod, and it's really just, again, a category that we don't have many options for, so I definitely recommend adding it to your game. Do you really just despise the look of the Power Armor HUD? Find it to be very frustrating or clunky? I mean, just look at it now. It just takes up a lot of area. Well, then I do have a mod for you. That's going to be Power Armor HUD. This is going to be a brand new mod that kind of just simplifies and make the Power Armor HUD look more like, other HUDs. This is going to be a new mod by Gopher. He actually is another YouTuber, but he also does make a number of HUD mods for Fallout 4. Again, this is going to be a really simple mod, and obviously if you never thought there was a problem with the Power Armor HUD, this probably won't be a mod you want to download. But I personally, and I think a lot of other people, don't really like the look of the Power Armor HUD. They find it to be, again, really clunky and just too much for what it is. What this mod really does is just make the Power Armor HUD very comparable to the regular HUD in the game. It doesn't have that kind of weird faded out console behind it and just looks like a normal HUD now, and frankly I think it just looks a lot better than the alternative. So next up, we do have the Iron Giant. This is going to be a pretty simple mod. Basically, what this is a retexture of Liberty Prime to be Iron Giant from, of course, the Iron Giant movie. A lot of people probably know this as kind of a great childhood movie. Personally, I saw this movie a number of times. The retexture itself is pretty high quality. Obviously, this is a total model change of the Iron Giant. It's not just new textures on his existing body, but this new texture and model combination is going to be pretty high quality. It definitely is a pretty big improvement over even just the vanilla Iron Giant textures. This is another mod that's not going to be for everyone. If you like the Iron Giant as a kid, you'll probably find this entertaining and just is a pretty satisfactory thing to add into your game, but at the same time, he still is using all the same abilities, and everything else about the character is going to large in part be exactly the same. I'd love to see some updates in the future actually addressing some of those issues, and maybe even getting the Iron Giant as a companion. I think that would be pretty cool. So next up, we do have Splinters. This is going to be a pretty cool mod. More or less, what this allows you to do is break down some of those wooden doors you have seen in Fallout 4. So these are going to be those doors that you could just open and not go through a loading screen. And basically, whenever you see those now, if you walk up to it and melee it, it will actually just totally break down, and then you could walk through like you otherwise could have. This is definitely going to be more of a cool mod than a practical mod. I mean, obviously, you always could just kind of open the door. It doesn't change anything about that. You're still going to just be able to walk through the door, but now you could smash through it instead. I actually thought it was pretty fun just kind of smashing through doors, then running through and shooting everybody in the room. It made you feel pretty cool, like something out of a movie. Again, going to be a relatively simple mod. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. Maybe not the best for sneak characters out there, but for characters that want to just run and gun and just have a ton of fun in Fallout 4, definitely a good mod for you. So last but certainly not least, we probably have one of the biggest pistol mod releases in a long time. This is going to be the OTs-33 Pernach. This is a really high quality pistol. Both the sounds and the animations and actually just the looks of the gun are totally unique. They really stand out from a lot of the other pistol mods out there just because of how high quality they are. On top of that, this one actually has a couple of cool attachments, adding in kind of like a full stock, a few different silencer options, which is again pretty unique. Normally mods only add in like 1 or 2 silencers at most. This one actually has 4 totally different silencer options for your gun, as well as it also just has a fully automatic version. And when you have that fully automatic version with the silencer, this thing sounds awesome, and of course the gun itself always looks awesome. Definitely going to be one of the best pistol options I think you have right now for Fallout 4, and really just one of the best weapon mods to come out for a pretty long time, other than some of the same mods by these very mod authors, that being the 9x39 project and the AK-74M. They really are kind of redefining the Fallout 4 weapon scene. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. I do hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did watch to this point in the video, comment poodle down below. As always, again, I thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.